Hey guys, it's Anthony Bandiero here, bringing the Roadside Chat. I got the $1 million question. Okay, if a dog alerts on a vehicle, does that give you the right to search the passengers? This question comes from somebody from in Ohio. Basically, the question is like this: you make a traffic stop, you call a canine. Let's say the canine hits on the car while the occupants are either in the vehicle or out of the vehicle. You search the vehicle and you find no drugs. Does that give the police the right to search the occupants with the idea that since the canine alerted, you found nothing and that drugs may be concealed on one of the occupants? And the officer thanks me for these videos, and I appreciate that. So this is $1 million question, and the reason I say that is because it comes up every single day, right? But here's your answer. The answer is that, having a alert on a vehicle in and of itself is not probable cause to search an occupant. Let's walk through this. So number one is that the alert from the vehicle is probable cause for the vehicle. We know that that's Illinois versus Caballos, right? A dog alert gives us probable cause to search that vehicle for narcotics. But we also know from a case called De-escalation from 1948, where the U.S. Supreme Court said, hey, look, just because you have probable cause for the vehicle doesn't necessarily mean that the occupants can be searched under the motor vehicle exception. In other words, if I ride in your car, I don't give up my own personal liberties just because the cop has probable cause for your vehicle. So you need what I call a nexus. Why do you believe that the object that you're searching for could be on this particular occupant? It's not hard, but you have to do something more than just an alert, right? A lot of people will use a case of the 10th Circuit called Anchondo. And they'll say, oh, but Anthony, Anchondo says that dog alert equals search of occupants. And no, it does not. If you actually look at the facts behind Anchondo, there's a couple things that are distinctive. Number one is that the Border Patrol ran the dog around the vehicle with two occupants in the vehicle. So my friend here said, hey, does it, the alert with the guys in the vehicle, outside the vehicle, does it matter? Absolutely. I like to say the law likes them to be in the vehicle. Safety likes them to be out. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just telling you that when the dog alerts with the people in the vehicle, it's one step closer to articulating the nexus. Now, don't take it to the extreme though. Imagine that the dog alerts on a Greyhound bus with 50 passengers. Does that mean you can search all 50 passengers? The answer is no. So, the fewer the people, the better. The more private the vehicle, the better. Okay. The next is that in Anchondo, the dog alerted twice. They got the people out. And while they're searching the vehicle, Anchondo said, quote, you're not going to find drugs in there. That led and they did not find drugs. That led the officer to believe that the occupant was actually, basically giving them a message like, hey, you're not going to find drugs in there because the drugs are on me. And again, he was in the car at the time. And finally, Anchondo was the driver. Drivers, I got to tell you, are almost never an issue in the law because the drivers are presumed to have custody, of the contraband. There's a presumption that it's in your car. It's the problem is the passengers. So when you have cops out there, saying, hey, Anchondo stands for the proposition that we get to search passengers, as an attorney, I just want to let you guys know that facts matter. In the actual case, Anchondo was the driver. So, but even if Anchondo was the passenger, at least we have a few things to point us in the right direction that there was a nexus. So that's my point. Now, a little pro tip before we end off here. Look for things like abnormal nervousness from the occupant, evasiveness, begging to be let go, right, from the traffic stop. When they're only a passenger, why wouldn't they want to finish their ride? Deception. The occupant is lying to you. Reactions not consistent with innocence. You ask the occupant, hey, are there any drugs in here? And they say, there shouldn't be, but my friend was in the car earlier. Look, that's not a reaction that's consistent with innocence. If I asked you that question, you'd be like, no, there's no drugs in my car, because you know there's no drugs in your car, right? And specifics about them or the environment. They come from a known drug house. They have a rap sheet that's involved narcotics. They were recently picked up on narcotics. They appear to be an active drug user. In other words, guys, make the connection. You know, you're doing good police work. Articulate it. All right. There's the answer. Again, in a nutshell, no, dog alert does not equal search of occupants. They are not covered by the motor vehicle exception. However, if you can make the connection, you can search them because you have PC. That would be exigency, maybe call it search, incident to arrest. There's all kinds of ways to get into the person's pockets, but you need the PC first. I hope this has helped. If you have any follow-up questions, let me know. And again, keep up the great work you're doing out there, guys. All right, see you.